17-year-old Juliane Koepcke had just graduated high school one day earlier from Lima. Her mother and Juliane were supposed to fly out a couple days before that to go spend Christmas with her dad, but Juliane convinced her mother to stay for the graduation ceremony. Now, it was Christmas Eve, and all the flights were booked, except Flight Lansa 508. Juliane's mother would call her father and tell him, "We're gonna take Lansa Flight 508. Her father told his wife, "Whatever you do, do not take Lansa. They are crap." And they really are. But Juliane's mother thought to herself, this is only a 1-hour flight, so we're gonna take it. And they booked it, and they would take it. Juliane Koepcke's parents were world-renowned zoologists living deep inside the Amazon rainforest. They had established a research center there, and actually, before Juliane went to high school, she was homeschooled there, so she knew very well how to live and survive in the Amazon rainforest. 30 minutes into the flight, things got bad. I mean really bad. You see, the pilot, he was kind of stupid. This man had decided to fly directly.
Everyone please like, share, and subscribe to this channel. Everyone please like, share, and subscribe to this channel.
Now this is the craziest true story you'll ever hear in your life. Can you guys believe that girl was sucked out of that plane and fell 10,000 feet and survived? She was the only survivor out of those 92 passengers. They all crashed with the plane. Juliane had only a broken collarbone, a deep cut on her right arm, a ruptured knee ligament, and an injured eye. Of course, she had lost her glasses, and she was short-sighted, so she was basically blind. Juliane's father had given Juliane the #1 rule, the golden. Girl, if you're ever lost in the jungle, follow running water. Creeks become streams, and streams become rivers, and rivers lead to civilization. People. Juliane would find a small bag of sweets that had fallen from the plane with her. She would take it and go look for a creek. At night, it got so cold and scary. A matter of fact, it was scary during the day. Can you imagine being all alone in the Amazon forest? And the cut on her arm was so painful because it had maggots inside, eating it. And it was hurting her real bad. But on the fourth day, she got a little good news. Sometimes you need a little good news. Hope. To move along in life. She found a creek. She walked a little bit, and as she turned her head, she saw 3 dead bodies, but you really couldn't see their faces because it was like buried in the ground a little bit. She was worried that one of them might be her mom. She walked looking at the body, but realized the woman's feet, her toes, were painted, and her mom never did that. She collected herself. Thank God. And moved along.
Please like, share, and subscribe to this channel. God bless you.
For 10 days, Juliane followed that creek. Eventually, that creek turned into a river. But she couldn't find anyone to help her, and her food was completely finished. She was starting to give up. But she would look and she would see a small boat tied to the riverbank. She went to that boat and looked, and she saw a hut. She went and opened the door to the hut, but no one was there. Juliane spotted a can of gasoline, and she remembered one time her father had poured some gasoline on their wounded animal, on his wound to kill off the maggots. So she went and grabbed that gasoline, sucked out the gas, and spit it on her arm. Ooh, the maggots went crazy. She started screaming, ah! The maggots were 1 inch long by now. She started plucking each one out. Whoa, whoa. She managed to pluck 30 of them out. And by then, she was so exhausted, she fell asleep. The next morning on the 11th day, Juliane heard men speaking Spanish. She recognized it because she went to high school in Lima, Peru. She got up and opened the door and ran to them. The men got scared of the way she looked. They told her, "Habla español! Habla español!" She said, "Poquito, poquito," and started speaking to them in Spanish.
Habla español!
The men would treat her, feed her, and bring her back to civilization. She would be reunited with her father and learns that her mom is still missing. In January, her mom's body would be found. And they learned that her mom actually had also survived the plane crash, but was so weak to move and died a couple days later after the plane crash. Juliane was the only one that survived that plane crash. She was pulled from the plane by the hand of God.